global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today. Ever since the announcement of Soludo saying that he has over uh, billions in debt and 300 million in cash to run Anambra State, Nigerians have gone back to history and they have started analyzing things. How did Anambra State get to that level? What is the way forward? And how will the likes of Soludo go through his 4 years tenure with that level of debt and that little amount of cash, while Obiano's predecessor had given him a huge bulk, a huge funds just to run Anambra State. We're going to go through all this in a moment. And what Nigerians is saying and going back to history and the present state, coupled with the leakage of funds. We're going to look through all this one. But before we do so, like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, governance is actually a difficult task, both for the governor and the governed. Transition of power is always another situation, especially in democratic systems. One administration may actually struggle to make a state better, only for the successor to liquidate and lavish every effort of the predecessor. This may be the situation in Anambra State now. Some days back, the recently sworn in Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo told Arise TV News that Obiano left debts that are running in billions of naira with just 300 million naira in cash. Soludo actually lamented as he told Arise TV that he doesn't want to talk about Anambra Treasury because it is pathetic. I remember vividly that the then governor of Anambra State, before Willie came into power, that's Mr. Peter Obi, had claimed that he left over 75 billion naira for Willie Obiano. I'm going to present Peter Obi's exact words in 2017. Attached below is a report published by Tribune on the 20th of September 2017, which is about 5 years ago now. In this published report, Peter Obi stated that he left over 75 billion naira for Willie Obiano. It is important, I cite Mr. Peter. Now, below is the exact statement of former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, as published by the Tribune on the 20th of September 2017. I quote him, I left over 25 billion as in billion in cash at the banks, and I left $156 million in the bank in Nigeria. Do you think anybody can leave such money and then go to tell the person he's handing over to give him 7 billion naira when I left over 75 billion naira? Since this statement was made, the immediate past governor of Anambra State hasn't made any reputable effort to refute this claim, which is a call that they are fat to this. One may begin to wonder, how come Mr. Peter Obi left billions of naira in cash and also millions of dollars in the bank, yet Willie Obiano left only 300 million naira in cash to Soludo, but billions of naira in debt? I'm not quoting these figures on my own. To take this further, below is the exact statement of Professor Chukwuma Soludo as said some hours ago. In terms of debt I inherited, it runs into hundreds of billions of naira. In that of cash, we met about 300 million naira. In fact, let's not talk about it. Our treasury is funny. But I hope we shall make money henceforth to help us fulfill our promises for infrastructure and development of the state. But in terms of what I met in our coffers, my brother, it is pathetic. Please, let's not go there. God will help us. Soludo on Arise TV News interview. Do we call this irony of fate or wickedness of governance? What would you call this? In your own term, let's just discuss this further. And to make it more interesting, just few hours after Chief Willie Obiano handed over power to the new governor, Chukwuma Soludo, men of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) arrested Obiano as he was about to leave the country. He said, let me make it clear, since 1999, Nigeria returned to the current democratic dispensation. The case of Chief Willie Obiano is actually the first situation in which an Igbo governor handed over power and was arrested the same day for corruption. EFCC have also stated some allegation against Obiano. According to the commission, Willie Obiano is facing about 42 billion naira corruption allegation. Although EFCC had declared that Willie has been granted bail, it has left lots of questions on the personality of Chief Willie Obiano. I'm eagerly waiting for him to tell Mr. Peter Obi that he didn't save any 75 billion naira for him. I'm also waiting for Chief Willie Obiano to openly refute Soludo's claim and tell us what he had left. If not, then something is wrong somewhere. Every worker should be diligent in rendering clean and clear account of his stewardship. It is neither political witch hunting nor religious consideration. This is quite deep. Nigerians have been reacting. Oh, for the record, a lot of for the record, Stella Odua, who happened to be a senator in Anambra State, is willing, has shown quite strong indication that she's willing to stand in as a guarantor for the bill for the former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano. Nigerians have taken to the social media page to react to this. It's quite a strong one, I tell you. This one here is saying, I believe extravagant spendings, white elephant project, and inflation of contracts are the major factors responsible for high indebtedness of Nigerian states by their respective governors. For example, project design, mobilization, and execution in Nigeria cost higher than any other part of Africa, going by currency conversion rate. An attempt to get fat kickbacks from contractors is the ban of mass indebtedness we are facing. I believe financial prudence and discipline in contract awarding were factors that helped Peter Obi to save such a huge amount as a governor. And why are we still looking forward to getting nonsense as presidents? If from all indication, this is my own personal take now, from all indication, Peter Obi have been able to give good account of his stewardship in his days as Anambra governor. You can imagine how much he kept. Of course, facts and figures based on what he said some 5 years ago, many years ago, have not been refuted yet. And he still stands tall on that. And do we need to, Nigeria should tell this man to come out and contest. Let's see how we can recover what we have been stolen, because exactly what this person said is the truth. All these kickbacks, bogus amount for contractual issue. They don't care where the money is coming from. Well, let's just see how Soludo goes around this. This one here is saying Peter Obi left over 100 billion naira debt and no single legacy OBJ, no single project. Obiano left legacy projects. Okay, I guess this one is actually contraring what someone is saying. This one is saying the interesting thing is that he could not reside for at least 24 hours in a state he claimed to have improved for 8 years. He was rather running with marathon speed to the United States. That debt burden, no matter how you place it, at par with his project